So yes, we have a new fan shroud holder fan. I tried to print on the front of it. Didn't print very well. I think I was over extruding. But the fan casing itself came out pretty damn nice. And I'll put a link below to this casing. There's also this part over here. You can print out, blocks the air down to the bottom, so it just goes across the hot, or not the, around the, not the hot end part. So the hot end stays hot. It separates it. I haven't put that on yet because I was just wanting to see. This is actually my second print with this case cover, and it actually works pretty damn nice. All the wires are out of the way and hidden. Oh, one thing that you can't see from up here. So that blue light that everyone's been complaining about is now white. And is extremely bright. So right now we're starting on a chess set just to see what we see. But I'll put the link to this case down at the bottom. I'll put the chess set piece is. They're all off Thingiverse. I'll post them all down below, the links to them. Alright, so we got all the black pieces printed out now. Oh, killed the rook. Oh, here's a pawn. You can see where the hole is. There we go. And that's where these nuts go. Fits right up in there. So it goes up there. Press it in. That's about as far as I can go by hand. Then we get the old persuader out. And we do it till he's flush. Actually, he's not. Oh yeah, he is flush. No, there's a little bit sticking out. Now he's flush. On camera, you can really see that. So he's done. And while I have that there, and I can see it on the camera so well, you can see I got the white ones done. I don't know why my camera is flickering that I see. So you can see all the pieces, or most of them there. Ton of pawns. And then the king and queen. I'm going to go through and do each one of these. I'm just going to start them in. That seemed to work the best for me earlier. What I did find though is I do have to be careful with the queen. She's a little sensitive. On the white ones when I was doing it, I actually had to print the queen a second time. You can see her, she's right there actually. But I had already printed her, and then driving the nut in, and broke her crown. So I had to redo it. Now this is not the end of what I'm doing to these. I'm actually going to be attaching some felt to the bottom, so that across the bottom of this there'll be a piece of felt that covers up everything. That way nothing gets scratched. Nothing gets scratched, like if you have it on a glass board or a wooden board or whatever board you might be using them on. The reason we're putting the 5/16 nuts in here is for weight. Otherwise these little plastic PLA pieces are so light. I mean, they'd work. They would. But that little bit of extra weight is just so much nicer. Huh. One of my 3D printers just quit. Or I shouldn't say quit. Finished a print. I'll show you those here in a second after we get these three ones in. I'm just shoving them in by hand. It's about as far as I can get. Then I got to use the hammer or the persuader the rest of the way. Flip you around. So the Chiron is still printing. I'm doing a test plate for a stereo adapter in my Jeep. And then my Chiron, sorry, CR-6, just finished this. What it is it goes on the bottom of my Jeep doors, so that when I take them off, there you go, it sits on this, so the bottom of that door doesn't get scratched up or dinged up. I usually threw a towel or a sweatshirt under it, but I think these will work out better. I printed out 2 for each door, as I threw one away. So 2 for each door. Those are done. Yes, you can see the tank over here. I'm still working on him. Chiron and Anycubic CR-6 is done. He gets to take a nap for the rest of the night. And then the Chiron, he is, what is he at? 37 minutes into a 2-hour print. It's just going to be this outline, and then it's about 5 millimeters thick. And then we'll see if that fits the space I want to put it in. If it does, I'll print the full model, which will actually be a, I don't know what it is in millimeters and inches. It's about 3 inches tall. But we're doing chess pieces. So I'm going to pound these all in, and then I'll be back. And so we got all of them that we have usable and printed with the nuts in them. And then I'll put the nut in them. You also find out which ones are the weak ones. I had a casualty. That pawn did not make it. Not sure what happened, but 2 of the things broke off, and then the whole top collapsed. Interesting. Oop. Oh, that one broke off. You know what? Actually, I do know what it is. I bet it is this one. I had one of them. I paused during the print, and it was a pawn. I don't know why my camera keeps flickering. I'm just double checking just to see if that is actually the one. The only reason I know is there's one little spot, because I had to pause the print. I bet it was that one. 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, yep, there it is. This was the one I had to pause during it, so it was the only one that I did that with. The white queen, I damaged when I was hammering on it. The white queen did not like the persuader pounding on her little hole to put the nuts in her. But we already got this one reprinted. The CR6 was going to take the night off, but as you can not see because of that bar, he's over there printing another pawn as we speak. And for some reason, my Chiron is clicking. Like I'm trying to extrude too fast or something, and that's not printing for shit. I don't know if you can see that. Reach over here a little bit. Nope, you're too low. Let's jack you up into the air a little bit. Oh. As you can clearly see, we got some separation going on. Oh yeah, none of it's sticking. Definitely has some issues. But honestly, when it's already printed, is all I need. I just need to see if the holes in the shape match up to my dash. I wanted something a little thicker, more robust, but that's enough to tell me if it's going to fit. And then we'll figure out why it's not sticking. That's usually not an issue on my Chiron. So the next time you see these, I'll be putting the felt onto the bottom of them. and boxing them up for shipment. I don't know, $125 for a set, $150. What do you think? I mean, they printed very, very nicely. As my computer goes into screensaver mode, hopefully against that background you can see him. I'll bring him up here a little bit closer. Now the white washes out. Let's try the black so you can see him better. Oh, in the right light you can. And then the spirals, kind of a COVID theme thing, DNA, virus-y, whatever you want to call it. Well, let's take a look at the queen. There, now you can see her. I don't know why my screen keeps blinking. That's annoying. Hopefully that's not actually happening during the recording. What else? Oh, the knights. I'm sure you want to see the knight. They printed out quite well. And the rook. And the white ones are identical. They're just harder to see on my camera. And the last one is the bishop. Where's that angle at? Right about there. And my CR-6 is like dialed in. I mean, these things are like glass smooth. I'm sure you can see that. I mean, no lines, no zipping, no echoing, nothing. Awesome. My white ones, they are really white, but they're not as white as you see them there. Yeah, that's actually about what they look like with the shadow on them. But they are that ceramic white from ZYL Tech. So they are bright. Try to tone the bright light down on him. There we go. Just dimming the overhead LEDs that are shining down on us. Otherwise he's just a white blur. Awesome. Alright, well, we'll be back when we're doing the felt. Still not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. Stick it on and cut it, or cut them out and try to line it up. I think I'm going to stick them on and then take a razor blade and cut around it. That'll probably be the nicest, cleanest look I can do. Thank you.